My name is Gary Brady, and this is a new book that I've written about the subject of 1662 and the Great Ejection. This is a little bit different to other books I've written in that it's really a history book. Now I know that history puts some people off, but I think that if you're a nonconformist, if you're going then not to an Anglican church but to a nonconformist church, and especially if you're an evangelical believer, then you ought to know something of the history of nonconformity. And although it doesn't begin in 1662, there's a major catalyst, a major moment in the history of the whole thing, when in 1662 those then who could not conscientiously agree to follow the prayer book, 1662 prayer book, when those 2,000, it was something like that altogether, were thrown out of the Church of England, well, the whole ecclesiastical map changed radically. And the idea of this book then is to mark this 350th anniversary of 1662 by giving the public a simple, I hope it's simple, a straightforward anyway, little book just explaining what happens. So we start off then with some stories. We all like stories, so I think that's a good place to start because there are lots of interesting stories in connection with this. And then there's some sort of explanation to the background before 1662, and then obviously a couple of chapters about 1662 itself and the surrounding events, what happened, the ejection then of the 2000, the great persecution that followed, that's also dealt with. And then the years leading up to the final Act of Toleration, which didn't come until 1689. There's a chapter on the farewell sermons that were preached in 1662 by many men just before they were thrown out of their pastorates. And then a couple of chapters just giving you some examples of the great men who were thrown out of the Church of England at that particular time. And then finally a chapter of application, because I think there are things that we can learn from this particular period in history. So I do hope that you'll search it out and that you'll find benefit and help from this particular study. It's about 165 pages, and I hope you'll find it very useful. It's an Evangelical Press publication.